Okay, my pan has had a chance to get hot. I am now adding the onion. You can hear the onion start to sizzle. And get my plastic straw here. I'm going to give this a little time to cook. Shouldn't take long. You figure got about half of a big onion here because no one really in the family likes curry but me. So this is pretty much my experiment. If it works out exactly the way I want it, I'll probably still be eating it alone. Unless it comes out really, really good, then everyone will want some. Of course, if it comes out that good, I may not want to share it. But the real question is, if it comes out wrong, will anybody want any of it? That's a question. Now I've got my heat on medium. So we want this to... I've got the other half of the onion handy if I decide I want to spike it with onions, because unlike a lot of the other vegetables I plan on using, onions tend to shrink, as you know from cooking. So we've got that onion started. And because they tend to take longer to cook, to get tender at all, I'm going to add the carrot immediately. And the carrots I have in like little cubes, so that if they don't come out right, I can just take them out. So I'm going to add the carrots, and I'm going to add the Italian green bean. So carrot and green bean are in with the onion. So already it's got a little color, both from cooking and from the fact that we've got a green bean and a carrot in there. So that's the start. You want a little bit of color into something like this. Now what I'm figuring is that the vegetables themselves have to cook first. And you can see the carrots are already, the onions are getting brown, which is, we want them to start cooking like that in this olive oil. And again, I use 100% pure olive oil. It's the only thing I cook in. I'm not a big splurger on a lot of things, people will tell you. I don't blow a lot of dough, but when it comes to cooking, it's olive oil and nothing. That's what we cook. So now again, the carrots and the beans, there's some places where I've seen them, there's some places I haven't. A lot of Chinese restaurants seem to use the carrots. I haven't seen a lot of Indian recipes with the carrots. Then again, I don't really go to Indian restaurants all that much. But we shall see. Okay, we've now got another minute or so in there. I'm going to add the celery. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I am not a big celery guy. My wife loves celery. But every curry locally, except for one, which serves the hottest curry in the area, seems to have celery in it. So, celery it is. So now, again, we're stirring. So we got celery, we got carrots, we got green beans. I'm going to give this another 60 seconds, and already, if you're just a veggie person, even if you don't care about curry, this is looking healthy already, and I could probably stand to lose some weight, as anybody who knows me would say honestly. I think it needs more onions, frankly, but again, I didn't want to put in the whole onion because I don't know if I'll be eating this alone. And next to it, by the way, is the rice cooking that it's going to be served with. So, again, your onions are still getting dark. I got that a little bit under. I'm going to put it a little bit higher, just a tad. And again, we're trying to keep these ingredients, get all the fresh vegetables cooking. The idea is to keep all this stuff fresh and in there. Alright, now I'm going to add the peppers of both styles, which I put in together. So, green and red peppers added into the pot. So now we've got green and red peppers. Now you'll notice I've cut the green peppers pretty much uniformly into these half slices here. The red peppers I've cut some fine and some long. I've seen it done both ways. And again, it's just, I think really the red peppers is to give it some extra color. Of course, once I add a little bit of the salsa mix, that'll give it some color too. But so now we've got, I mean, this looks like something you might buy in a Chinese restaurant as a veggie dish right here. That's where we are. Now, we haven't added any of our curry spices yet. So, as far as we're concerned at this point, all this is at the moment is a fried vegetable dish that you might get in any restaurant for fried vegetables. But everything is pretty combined and pretty in there. And now, I'm going to go to the fridge because I forgot to take it out. But our main ingredient is coming next. And that came from Romano's Market. These boneless chicken breasts. I've got 1 3/4 pounds of boneless chicken breast here from Romano's. And I had them cut them into strips for me so I wouldn't have to do the work. But one of the things I like to do is I sometimes will cut them finer within the frying pan itself. So I'm opening up the chicken. And this is where a monopod is a distinct disadvantage over a tripod, because a tripod I could just set up. So with one hand I'm holding the camera, and with the other hand I'm unwrapping the chicken because I forgot to wrap it before. So this is the size of the pieces that I had it cut into. About maybe 1.5 inches by 1 inch. And I'm going to start layering those in slowly, like this. I'm going to start spreading them in, and again, keeping the cooking up. Now probably these chicken pieces should be smaller, so they'll cook a little bit faster. But again, I don't know how this is going to be received. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use the whole 1 3/4 pounds. Simply because I'd hate to waste it if it comes out really bad. But right now we've got 5 chicken medallions in there, and we're going to add some more. And see, some of the strips they cut a little smaller for me. Now I have very small hands, so my hand is probably a bad way of measuring it. But here we go, we're adding chicken, more chicken. In fact, you know, on second thought, we're just going to put it all in. Layered some of it, and I'm going to get the bag. We're just going to dump it in. So here we go. It's raining chicken. Oops, that wasn't too smart. Okay, I've only got the one hand. So, we're going to set this off for a second.